One of the greatest wonders of the world is the impact that the Jewish people have had in shaping world history. With approximately 14.5 million adherents, the Jews are one of the smallest religious groups in the world, making up less than 0.2% of the world population. Given these numbers, one would expect that the Jews would barely be known to the broader public. How many people are aware of the Brazilian Spiritists or the Punjabi Sikhs, both more populous religious groups than the Jews? These groups have had little effect on the world stage, just as one would expect given their population. But the Jews are different. Our effect on world history has been so profound that it is simply inconceivable to envision a world without the influence of the Jews. Our influence can be broken down into two main subgenres: the introduction of radical concepts and the cultivation of influential thinkers and innovators. Much of the concepts that we take for granted in today's world were simply unknown in antiquity. The Jews introduced the concept of monotheism to the world. Until then, all cosmic world events were interpreted as the squabbling of the various pantheons of gods. The Jewish concept was utterly transformative. Everything in this world was being directed by a single God who had created the world with a specific purpose and goal. Judaism is the first one to introduce the concept of God giving humankind a code of laws, of God entering a covenant with his people, and of God revealing himself to an entire nation. Christianity and Islam, the two most populous religious groups, owe much of their spiritual legacy to ideas that they appropriated from the Jewish people. These religions all fall under the umbrella of the Abrahamic religions because of their roots in Jewish theology. Judaism introduced the concept of man being made in the divine image to the world at a time when life was cheap, and people's rights were decided primarily based on what social class they were born into. Until the Bible emphasized the fact that all humankind was created in the image of God, there was no concept of human rights or the mandate to protect people regardless of their status. Another radical concept that the world owes to the Jews is the 7-day week. There is no natural reason to break up the days of the year into 7-day increments. The unit of the week does not correspond to any celestial or astronomical phenomenon. The concept of working for 6 days and resting on the 7th is an idea that appears only for the first time in the Jewish Torah. The concept of a 7-day week and resting on the weekend has now become a universally adopted cycle for all humankind. The Bible is also the first legal document to record laws to protect civilization's sick and weak members. Additionally, until the Torah was introduced, virtually no law existed in other civilizations to protect the rights of the stranger in the land. The Bible mandates that the poor receive loans, that the judges protect their rights even against the rich, that the laborer must be paid on the same day that he worked, and that the Jewish community is responsible for the welfare of all who live in the land. Judaism also introduced the concept that history is a linear sequence of events leading to an ultimate prophesied conclusion. Under a polytheistic rubric, history was the result of an endless cycle of the rise and fall of various gods. Time had no destination, and the world had no cosmic purpose. Judaism introduced the concept of the final redemption, that history had an end goal that would be reached at some point in the future. This idea infuses life with hope and meaning, and has been adopted almost universally since its inception. These concepts were so radical that they eventually reshaped the world order. The seeds of a fair justice system, equal rights, a cosmic purpose, and of an aversion to cruelty eventually took root in what would one day be called the Judeo-Christian value system. This system formed the bedrock of Western civilization and helped usher in an era of fairness and equality, unlike any other period of history. Aside from introducing the basic concepts of morality and godliness to the world, members of the Jewish nation have contributed to the betterment of humankind far out of proportion to our numbers. Whatever field Jews enter, they succeeded beyond all expectation. Despite being prosecuted and reviled by the world, Jews have left a mark on this world that cannot be underestimated. Albert Einstein, Dr. Sigmund Freud, Karl Marx, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and Edward Teller were all Jews. The founders of Google, Packard Bell, Facebook, Dell, Waze, and Oracle are all Jews. Jews invented the laser, the pacemaker, the polio vaccine, capitalism, stainless steel, Esperanto, the defibrillator, the flashlight, lipstick, the shopping cart, the ballpoint pen, vitamins, the Barbie doll, color photography, and nuclear bombs. Consider the following facts. According to our population numbers, as compared to general society, it is expected that the Jews would win 1.8 Nobel Prizes. Yet Jews are the recipient of 181 of the approximately 900 Nobel Prizes given to date. That means that 23% of all Nobel Prizes went to Jews, a full magnitude of 101% higher than is expected from our population. Over half of all Pulitzer Prize nonfiction writers are Jewish. 54% of all world chess champion holders are Jewish. There are 10 times more Jewish students enrolled in Ivy League colleges than one would expect given our demographic insignificance. All this data points to a singular conclusion. The Jews are special. God has mandated us to be a light unto the nations. And throughout history, we have helped shape the world in a way that is utterly unexplainable from a materialistic perspective. Or consider the words of John Adams, the second president of the United States. Quote, "I will insist that the Hebrews have contributed more to civilized man than any other nation. If I was an atheist and believed in blind eternal fate, I would still believe that fate had ordained the Jews to be the most essential instrument for civilizing the nations. They are the most glorious nation that has ever inhabited this earth. The Romans and their empire were but a bubble in comparison to the Jews. They have given religion to 3/4 of the globe and have influenced the affairs of humankind more and more happily than any other nation, ancient or modern." End quote. It is worth ending with the words of Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, regarding the Jews. Quote, "Some people like the Jews and some do not. But no thoughtful man can deny the fact that they are, beyond any question, the most formidable and the most remarkable race which has appeared in the world." End quote.